Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Former WWE star Mandy Rose was released in December 2022, and her exit broke many of her fans' hearts. However, some still hope for her return. Rose recently opened up about her departure and even showed interest in coming back to the Stamford-based promotion. Mandy Rose wants to speak with Triple H about her WWE return. Mandy Rose, in a recent interview with Card Player, opened up about a lot of things, including her controversial WWE exit and the possibility of stepping back into the ring. She shared that she's open to a conversation with her former boss, Triple H, and wants to clear up issues from the past. "I would love to have a conversation. We can even iron out some things that may not have gone as planned in the past. I've never really been able to have a conversation with anyone about her exit, so I would love a general conversation to kind of iron that out. So there's like closure in that sense," Rose said. In just a few years, a lot has changed in WWE, and the former NXT star acknowledges that. Still, while showing her interest in returning, she admitted that she misses her fans. "I know the schedule is very different. They're not on the road as much as they used to be, so that's really cool. But I do miss my fans. I miss the fact that obviously there's a lot of untapped, I don't even want to say potential, because there was more than potential, but it's like untapped stuff that I obviously could do that I didn't get to. And unfinished business really probably is the better word for that." Rose recalls her controversial NXT title reign ending. Before being let go, Mandy Rose had an impressive 413-day reign as the NXT Women's Champion. During the same interview, she revealed that she felt she was on the rise and expected to reach the main roster but was instead released. "It was upsetting that my 413-day reign ended like that, because I knew that I would become bigger and eventually be on the main roster. I was never the best wrestler in the world. I never will be. But when it comes to having that it factor and being able to walk into a room and get people's attention, I had that. People love to hate me." The former NXT Women's Champion has shown strong interest in making a comeback, and her fans would surely be thrilled to see her return. But it remains to be seen how WWE officials will respond to her interest. In a dimly lit gym somewhere in the heart of Orlando, Florida, the sound of gloves slapping against heavy bags echoes like distant thunder. The scent of sweat and resolve hangs heavy in the air. There, between reps and reflection, stands a familiar figure, once the face of NXT, now an enigma to the WWE universe. Johnny Gargano. Johnny Wrestling pauses mid-combo, breathes in deeply, and offers a half-smile to a camera crew that's been shadowing him all day. He wipes his brow with a worn towel, the kind only a road warrior would own, and shrugs. "I do miss my fans," he says, not as a soundbite, but as a truth he's carried like a title belt since the day he left WWE. The ghost of TakeOver. There was a time when Johnny Gargano was NXT. He wasn't just its champion, he was its soul. The blood feuds with Tommaso Ciampa, the wars with Adam Cole, the chemistry with Candice LeRae, Austin Theory, Indy Hartwell. The storylines weren't just good. They were sacred to a generation of fans who tuned in not just for wrestling, but for wrestling that meant something. "I remember Brooklyn," Johnny says, staring off. "That crowd, the way they roared when my music hit, it was like a family reunion every single time." But time, like a heel turn, changes everything. The silence of absence. When Johnny left WWE in late 2023, the wrestling world held its breath. Was this a sabbatical? A retirement? A shift to the indies or a curtain call entirely? "I needed space," he says. "I had a kid on the way. I wanted to heal up, physically and mentally. And I didn't want to be just another guy on the roster. I wanted purpose." In the months that followed, he stayed quiet, making sporadic appearances at conventions, doing podcasts, hinting at the itch, the one that never truly goes away. "Wrestling doesn't leave you," he says, "even when you leave it." A text away. Now, with Triple H at the creative helm of WWE, fans have speculated about a potential return for several fan favorites, Gargano chief among them. And the door. It's not just cracked open, it's on its hinges, swinging with possibility. I talk to Hunter now and then, Johnny admits, tossing the towel aside. He's always been more than just a boss. He's a mentor, a father figure in this business. If I come back, it'll be because there's a story worth telling, not just a spot to fill. He leans in, his voice soft but firm. It depends on Triple H. If he calls me and says, "I got something special," then yeah, I'm there. Boots laced. A return worthy of the name. What would a Johnny Gargano return look like? Fans speculate wildly, joining DIY with Ciampa on Raw, mentoring upstarts in NXT, feuding with current champions like Seth Rollins or even Cody Rhodes. The options are endless, but Gargano is clear. It has to mean something. "I don't want to come back just to fade into the mid-card," he says. "I want to come back to inspire the same way I was inspired, by guys like Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Daniel Bryan. Storytellers, fighters, underdogs who refuse to stay down. And perhaps more than anything, he wants to feel that connection again. The fans, more than just a crowd. Johnny Gargano's career has been built on heart, and it's the fans that have been its beat. From handmade signs to Johnny Wrestling, chants to heartfelt tweets and tributes, they've been his North Star. They're not just fans," he says, voice cracking slightly. "They're my people. I've read the messages, I've seen the clips. I know they're out there waiting. And that matters. That means something." Triple H and the future. Backstage politics, changing regimes, creative uncertainty. WWE has been through storms, but under Triple H, a new era is forming. One with reverence for in-ring ability, long-term storytelling, and characters with depth. Hunter gets it, Gargano says. He built NXT into something real. Not just developmental, a brand of its own. If he tells me it's time, and the story is right, yeah, let's go. He pauses, chuckling. And you better believe I've still got takeover left in me. The final word. The sun begins to set outside the gym as the interview wraps. Johnny stands, now quiet, stretching his shoulder, the same one he once dislocated in a match against Andrade and kept wrestling through. "I don't know when," he says, "but I know if it happens, it won't just be a comeback. It'll be a message. Heart still matters." And as he walks out into the orange dusk, a fan just outside the building shouts, "We miss you, Johnny." He doesn't turn around. He just raises a hand and nods. Because that's all he's ever needed. Just one more reason to come back.